Boom, we're live. Good morning, good morning. Just finished up my morning burpees. You know I'm on day 230 plus. No days off. Change your habits, get better results. Let's wait for some people to pour in the chat. This is an Amazon seller Q&A. I've been selling on Amazon for over a year now. I recently posted a video or several videos of me preparing items, going to the stores and sending stuff to the Amazon warehouse. And it blew up. So I'm going to be providing some value, some sauce for you guys. When I can, I go on my daily walks, I do my daily exercise, and when I can, I'm going to hop on here and answer some questions and direct you guys to the Discord chat that I made just a few weeks ago. What's up, Albert? What's up, B-Man? Some of the heavy hitters that we have over there in the Discord, that they're there to help as well. We got a community of sellers and want to be sellers as well. And if you're on the fence thinking about whether you should do it or if you can or you can't, I'm here to motivate you, get you guys moving. I want to see some momentum and stop thinking and procrastinating and start doing it. Bro, I need my LLC. Would that make everything smoother? No, you don't need an LLC. I sold for over a year without an LLC. That's what I'm talking about, thinking about too much about the details. Just get up and get moving. Well, you need a sales. You don't need an LLC. You need sales. You need experience and you need sales. And then you can worry about the LLC later. For real, that's true. What's up, Albert? What's up, B-Man? So I'm here to motivate you guys. You can sign up with the Amazon seller account. It doesn't require an LLC. You just got to sign up. Start moving the ball. What's most important is to start getting experience and start learning how the system works. And I'll be sharing the sauce here, but one thing is hearing someone talk about it, and the other thing is actually buying something, selling it, and getting your return. I need a mentor, bro. I'm here to mentor you guys. That's why I'm here. That's why I got the Discord. So I'm making myself accessible to you guys because I want to see you guys win. And then I get something out of it too, because I'm getting motivated by helping other people. And then I keep my mind focused on this, so I learn more as I help others. So there's some, what's the word? Reciprocity. It's reciprocal. That's the word. Discord on your link. Yep, it's right there in my link, on my bio. The chat is available. I'm providing basically a support group for people that want to sell on Amazon and for people that are interested in learning how to sell on Amazon. You can start by setting up an Amazon seller account. The Amazon seller account link is in my Discord. Just go ahead and sign up. You got to provide your information, and you can start with products like DVDs and CDs. I'm sure you have boxes, you have bookshelves of DVDs, CDs, books. Those are easy items to sell. Get the ball rolling immediately. And some of that stuff you don't even have to buy because you probably have some stuff in your house already. You can start scanning those items, seeing what they're worth, and you can start listing them. And then you can fill those orders yourself. You can buy the postage right there on Amazon at a discount and send it out to the customer. For all you know, you may make a sale even today. You can go ahead and list, and you may even make a sale by the end of the day. So stop worrying about the process so much and start taking action. What's the app to scan? Do you have to pay? Well, the app that I use to scan is called SellerAmp. SellerAmp is an analytical tool. It gives you plenty data on the basic seller ranks, the amount of items that move per month on that listing, what sellers are on that listing, what their inventory is, and that one is paid. You have to pay $20 a month for that. If you are interested in selling for real, you have to have that tool. You have to have that tool, and there's another one called Keepa. These are must-haves. I mean, there's other comparable tools that are also paid, but you need to have an analytical tool. The one I use is SellerAmp and Keepa. Now, to answer your question, you can scan with the regular Amazon app. Just a normal Amazon app, you could just hit the search bar, and it has a barcode scanner right there. It'll take you to the listing so you can at least see what it's selling for. And that's how I started. When I first started and had an Amazon account and everything, I sold books that I would find on the street. I used to live in New York City, in Brooklyn, amongst other places, and people would just leave their books on the stoop. Out here in Miami, people don't read. So you're not going to find books on the streets. But when I was up there, up north, there's a lot more people that are into reading books or whatnot, and they would just leave them outside sometimes. Sometimes they would leave a box of books or DVDs or stuff. So I'll just pick them up and start scanning them with the Amazon app, and then you'll see what they're worth and list them. Especially if you get them for free, it doesn't matter. Just list everything and see what sells. Good morning, Nat. Good morning, Wealth. Good morning, Splashy Giant. I'm here to answer your questions. I'm here to motivate you in the morning and all hours of the day, actually. I want you guys to be great. I want you guys to be goats. And I want you guys to excel. I want to see you guys win. I want to tell you to stop procrastinating. I want to tell you to start moving and start taking action. All the information is right here. You start moving the ball. What you need is sales. You don't need an LLC. You don't need to worry about the name of your website. You don't need to worry about those smaller details right now. What you need to get is inventory and start getting sales as soon as possible. And that's how you get the ball rolling. I was told that it's better to have an LLC because you don't want knowing your home address. Listen, man, that may or may not be true, but I started with my home address. It's never been a problem. You know, people don't really look that much into it. Now, if you're concerned with that, there's virtual addresses that you can register under. And I believe Albert said that you can get a P.O. box. But listen, if you ever sold on eBay, the return address is your home address anyway, 99% of the time. So, you know, it's little stuff like that when you start nitpicking at little things and worrying. And I'll tell you guys, all the apps have your own home address and location anyway. You're being tracked constantly. So if you're worrying about privacy that much, maybe turn off your phone. You know what I mean? I appreciate you, my guy. Yeah, no problem. I'm here. I'm here to help you guys. I just want to see you guys win. I want to see you guys win. And I see some people, maybe not you, but some people, they procrastinate or they second guess their moves, and they start asking these questions that are not going to generate sales. So pop open that seller account. Start listing items. You can go to the retail store today. You can start scanning items and see what they're worth. See if you can flip them. You can scan items with the Amazon app. But if you're serious about selling, jump in and get that seller amp and get that Keepa. It's $20 a month. So, you know, for a small investment, it's $20. If you don't like it, if you decide this is not for you, you can cancel it. It's not like a contract or anything. So you're looking at, you know, taking a risk for $20 to see if something works. I think it's worth it, me personally. You know, the decision is ultimately yours. But if you're serious about starting a business, you're going to have to put some capital down. You're going to have to risk it for the biscuit. And that's what separates entrepreneurs from wages. People that work for a wage, they're not putting their money down. They're trading their time for capital. The entrepreneur is different. The entrepreneur is going to risk his own capital to get a potential profit. What's the name of the app? The name of the app is SellerAmp. It's also linked in my bio. It's also linked in my Discord. The other app is called Keepa. SellerAmp and Keepa work in tandem because Keepa has some information that SellerAmp doesn't, and vice versa. And they kind of connect. I think even SellerAmp shows you some of the Keepa charts. Keepa will give you price chart data. Keepa will give you access to the variation information. So let's say you jump on a listing with shoes. Shoes has variations. They have multiple sizes and they got multiple colors. So which one are you going to buy? Someone was asking about that in the Discord. Now, if you have Keepa, you can click on variations and you can sort by ratings or reviews. Usually the variations with higher ratings and higher reviews are the ones that are more popular. And these are things that you get access to when you have these analytical tools for as little as $20 a month. They're must-haves. It's like if you want to build a house, if you want to be a construction worker, you know, you're probably going to need some power tools, right? You're not going to just do something with a hammer and a nail. You're going to need some power tools. And that's the same thing with this selling on Amazon. You could do it with a hammer and a nail, But if you want to move the ball faster and you want to build quickly and scale, you're going to need some power tools. And these are these software tools that I'm mentioning, SellerAmp and Keepa. They're linked in my bio. They're $20 a month each. And I recommend them, especially if you're serious about selling. Hit me with the questions. Good morning, everybody. I just finished my burpees. I'm on day 230. I don't miss a day. Part of the motivation is making sure that you're physically fit, that you're eating healthy, and that you're getting rid of negative vices. I don't drink, I don't smoke anymore. I already consumed all that. And it's time to lock in. And I'm here to motivate you guys to do the same. I want you guys to be great. In the Discord chat, we got plenty of people asking questions. There's a lot of people that haven't even started yet that they want to know. And then we have people have been selling for a while, people that have just started selling. So there's a little bit of everything. You can go ahead in there and introduce yourself and try to build with like-minded people. Try to find people that you vibe with. You know, I was vibing with Albert from Miami. I met him on the Mastermind the Mastermind one-on-one coaching group that we have with the 7-figure sellers. And we started sourcing products online. We found some bangers. I already picked up a couple test orders, and we've already got the ball rolling. So you want to jump in to a community where you can find people that you could talk to about this. I sold basically in silence for a year. I wouldn't talk to anybody about it. Not because I was trying to hide it or anything. It's just that I was watching YouTube videos and just doing it myself. And I really didn't share much information. But it's recently that I started sharing these videos, and they blew up. Miss Kim says, I'm ready. There you go. Just jump in that Discord chat. Download the Amazon Seller app. Sign it up. Get your SellerAmp. Get your Keepa. Start scanning items. Scan items at your house. I'm sure you have stuff already. You can hit the retail stores today. You can hit up Target. You can hit up the dollar store. You can hit up the Nike store. I don't know what you have, in your neighborhood, but this week I went to the Nike factory store, not the Nike outlet. I went to the Nike factory store. I got about, I think it was like 10 or 12 shoes after scanning for like 2 hours, because it's like fishing. Sometimes you're going to go out there, you're going to cast your hook, and then you're not going to get a bite. You're gonna have to wait sometimes. So it took me like 2 hours to find a banger. I was in that store. I finally found some shoes. And then you want to double check. You want to make sure that the numbers are right. You want to make sure that you're doing things correctly. So I finally sorted everything out. Boom, boom. And I picked up about 10, 12 shoes, put them in my car. And I said I was kind of hungry. I was still at the mall there. And I said, let me get something to eat real quick. I had lunch. I recharged. And I figured, let me go to that Puma store, see what they have, because I've never been to that Puma store. On the way to the Puma store, they had a Famous Footwear in the mall. So I was like, Famous Footwear, that's right. I think I bought something there. Let me walk in. Sure enough, I was there for less than 10 minutes. And I came across some bangers, some Nike kid shoes that I picked up for they were listed at $25. And when I scanned them, they're selling for over $60. So I was like, let me get these. When I got to the counter, even better. They had some extra sale going on. I don't know if the lady hooked me up or I don't know what happened, but they ended up ringing up at $22. So I picked up almost all of them there. Boom. I didn't even make it to the Puma store that day. So that's just an example. That was it seems like days ago. That was yesterday. No, that was the day before yesterday. Today's Saturday, so yeah, it was on Thursday. I already sent it out the same day, which was great. I sent it out the same day to the Amazon warehouse. So that's one thing about retail arbitrage and going to the retail stores instead of buying online, is that your feedback loop is a lot faster. You get the items in your hand and you can send them literally the same day, as opposed to buying them online, where usually it's going to take at least a few days to get them in the mail. What's up, Brina? What's up, Miss Kim? What's up, Jay Never Fizzles? Guys, hit me up with the questions if you're interested in learning about selling on Amazon. I've been doing so for over a year, mostly part-time, and it wasn't until the last quarter, right before the holidays, that I started really doubling down and putting more of my full time into this, because I see the potential. I see the potential. I'm in a group with 7-figure sellers. I see people selling 7-figure plus, making a killing. And then I said, you know what? I could do this. If I stay focused, I could do this. And so can you if you stay focused. Good morning. How long do you think it will take to sell the sneakers? Those are seller rank. The sneakers that I got, seller rank 64K. So that's pretty good. I try to find products that are ranked under 150 or 100,000 in the seller rank. I'll explain that in just a moment. But to answer your question, those shoes should sell in 30 days. It could be 2 weeks. It could be 4 weeks. So yeah, it should be within 30 days. It should sell. Sometimes even faster. I went to the retail store the week prior to the Adidas store, and I picked up some hoodies. I got some hoodies. I send them in, and they sold the following week. So going back to what I was saying about the basic seller rank. The seller rank is the sales rank of the product in that category. You want to look for products that have a lower sales rank. So if you're ranked number 1, you're the best selling product in that category. So you can imagine, this is Amazon, so there's literally hundreds of thousands of listings in each category. So you want to look for listings that are ranked 150 or 100,000 and below. Those are the ones that move the fastest. And you can find that information through the seller amp. When you scan on seller amp, it'll tell you the basic seller ranking, BSR. And it'll tell you what it's ranked at. Because sometimes you may come across a banger, right? Like, oh, look, this one is selling for X amount, but it sells one time every 2 months. So I rather just look for something that has a lower sales rank that moves faster. So there's certain criteria you want to look for. Sales ranking is one of them. Then you want to set a minimum ROI. The seller amp has a calculator. This is what's good about it. It has a calculator right there for you to tell you the max cost, what you're looking for. It'll basically give you all the criteria. The criteria is, you want to set it for a lower sales rank, 150,000 or less, 150,000 or less, or the lower, the better. I like to set my ROI for about 30%, plus or minus. Obviously, the better, the more, the better. But I shoot for about 30%. And then you want to factor in your sales tax as well. I don't know, depending on what state you're in. But out here in Florida, we have a 7% sales tax. So I factor that into the settings of Seller Amp. So the calculator is already taking into account that plus the shipping cost that it's going to take you to ship to the Amazon warehouse, because you have to pay for the shipping as well, right? So once you scan the product, it's going to tell you, boom, here's the seller ranking. Here's the average cost that it's selling at. And here's the max cost that you're looking for if you want 30% ROI. And if you're paying 7% sales tax, etc. So usually on a rule of thumb, guys, it's about 50% off what you're looking for. So if something's selling for 60, you're looking for something that you could buy at around 30, give or take, And obviously, I'm a little more lax on things that are ranked lower. So, if, for instance, I came across a banger online. I just got them right now. I'm going to go ahead and bag and tag them and send them into UPS right now after this call or after the stream. But I got some Carhartt products. They're ranked 28. It's probably the lowest ranking, one of the lowest ranking listings I got. So that thing is going to fly. Those things are going to fly off the shelf. And they're retailing at about $28-$29. I picked them for 10. So that's nice. That's a nice little flip right there. So right now I'm kind of kicking myself because I probably should have gotten more. I'm not going to lie. How do you track your profits if you're constantly sending merch to the warehouse? I can imagine sales start to overlap. Yeah. I'm glad that you asked that. First I was doing everything manually. For about the first year, I was doing everything manually. You're going to have, you want to stay organized. That's one thing about this game. You want to stay organized. You want to document all your buys on a spreadsheet. The sales, they're documented obviously by Amazon, but you want to compare and contrast. But you want to track your cost of goods sold. And I did that all in a sales sheet, on a spreadsheet, excuse me. But most recently, I got an application. It's called Inventory Labs. And that one you have to pay for. and it does your accounting for you. You put the cost of your goods. It'll track it. It connects to your Amazon seller account, so it tracks what items you got going in and out, and how much you sold compared to the cost of goods, etc. It's basically an accounting software for that. Now, that's not a necessity, especially if you're starting out. Like I said, I did it without Inventory Labs till just recently, but I have about over 300 listings right now, so it's hard for me to keep up on everything. So it's 300 listings, and in those listings, the majority of them have multiple units. So it starts getting a little bit confusing, or not confusing. It's just it's a lot. So I decided to go with Inventory Lab to track all my inventory and cost and all that. Those baby bottles I told you guys about, the rank was like 10K and sold 40 bottles in one day. There you go. So the lower the sales rank, B-Man will tell you. And B-Man's a good example, because B-Man, I don't know how long you've been selling, like a few months or whatnot, but you let us know in the chat or in a prior live stream that you had been selling, making already thousands in sales, and you weren't ungated in any major brands. You might want to share that with the people here, for the people that are looking like worrying about the ungates and the approvals of the big brands. You might want to share that again. But I remember B-Man saying that he got a significant amount of sales without being ungated in big brands, and he was already moving. He found some baby bottles at the grocery store at the Publix here in Florida on a discount, and there you go. He sold 40 in a day. There you go. He's been selling for 8 months. And when did you get approved and ungated to sell branded products like, Nike or whatever brands? It's just recently, right? I just got ungated in all the big brands like 2 weeks ago. Sales were like 3 to 4K a month. There you go. You see what I'm saying? That's really good, man. That's really good, man. That's really, really good. So you must have been going to the retail stores a lot, and like you're digging for deals. That's awesome, man. Congrats. That's really good. Now that you got the bigger brands ungated, you could probably double that number or more. See, my goals now is to I want in the summer to hit 50,000 in sales. And then my short-term goal is to hit 20,000. I'm on the path to hit 10,000 this month. I've hit a few $10,000 months, but it hasn't been as consistent as I want. But now that I'm focusing more of my time on this, let me turn it on because they're cutting the grass over there. Now that I'm focusing more of my time on this, it should be easy to average 10K a month. Yeah. He says his goal is to reach 10K a month in sales. Yeah, you can do it, man. If you've already hit 3-4, and now that you're ungated in those bigger brands, just make sure you get some more inventory, man. Now you already know how the wheel turns. What you think about Tide? What I think about Tide is if you find the product at a low price and it's a low sales rank, I think it's going to move. See, here's the thing with this game that's a little different. It's not what you think about a product. It's not how you feel. It's not what you think. It's about what the data says. And it's about the price that you can buy it at. That's what's most important. What does the data on the listing say? What's the sales rank? What's the average sales? How's it moving? What's the average price? And what kind of price that you can get it at? So, that being said, it doesn't matter, if it's Tide or if it's makeup. I recently picked up some makeup from a brand that I never even heard of. But the numbers look good, and I actually sold some units yesterday. So Perry says, is it too saturated? No, because it may or may not be. And I'll tell you what you got to, this is why you need the tools. You need to have the data, because it tells you how much it's moving per month. It'll tell you, okay, this is the sales rank. This is how many units. Let's say it moves 1,000 units a month. And then you can go look at the sellers, and you can see how much inventory they have. And you can compare the total inventory available from the sellers to the average sales per month, and you can kind of get an idea if the supply and the demand, where it's at. But usually, when it's a low sales rank, that means it's moving. It's not saturated. That means that it's just people keep buying it. And something like Tide and stuff, I mean, that sounds good to me. I mean, I don't sell groceries and those types of things, me personally, but I'm open to it. But it seems like that's a replenishable item. It could be, or if you can get it in wholesale. What's your take on Will Change Lives? I don't really have much to take on him. I see his channel and he seems to hustle, and what he does doesn't impact me. So good for him. I don't know his approach, I assume that he does wholesale or whatnot. I don't really do wholesale. I do arbitrage. So it's what we're doing is different. I don't have any wholesale accounts, although I'm going to look for them, and I'm paying attention to that. That's not necessarily what I'm doing. Gazelle Big Bird joined. What's up, Gazelle? Again, guys, let me wrap it up here because I got about another minute here. Guys, make sure that you join the Discord. This is a free resource. Okay, how long it's going to be free, I don't know. But I want to make it free as long as I can. Or maybe, we'll put some sort of a gate in there at some point, because we got some bots sometimes that may jump in these Discords. But right now it's open. You don't even have to put your email. Just jump in there, start asking questions. All the links are already there. Everything I've talked about as far as the software, the links to join your seller account, all that. And get out there and start sourcing today. That's right. That's what's most important, man. Start looking for products. That's the majority of what you're going to be doing in this game, is looking for products. So, make sure that you practice that. All right, guys. I think I've reached my end of my walk. Just want to wish you guys a great day. Motivate you guys to win. Get out there and do it. Stop procrastinating. Stop thinking so much about whether you need an LLC or what the address is or what the name of the store is going to be. And if this is a good product, you need to go out there and try it out. Let's go. I want to see you win. You will go. Boom.